We have, this is our different list. Now, what I'll do is I'm going to ask, are there any egregious missteps on this tier list that you think should be changed? Have I given someone too much credit, or have I not given someone a fair shake? Should we change something? Kyo should be iconic cringe. I mean, here's the difference. I'm gonna level with you on my thought, right? Here's the difference between Hex and Kyo's debut. Yes, they are both, but I know that Kyo's debut line doesn't reflect the creator that he has evolved and literally grown to be. It's very chaos, yes, but I know that what this came from was a little bit of like, how do I sell myself, you know, in a short few words, when at the time he was still grappling with the moon placing him in the body of a tiny little guy. And I think that because he's grown, he himself has outgrown it, and that makes it regular cringe as a marker for how much he's, right? Hex's debut line is proudly and originally cringe, intentionally so even, and it absolutely is still a 100% true to life representation of who he is. This line, he could debut today and he would pick the exact same thing. And that's why I think it's the only candidate for iconic cringe. It manages to be, unlike Doppio's, which is cringe but then cycles around into just being purely iconic, it is iconic without not being cringe, and he would swear by this line every day before and since. And that pride is also iconic and very... Kyo said he wanted to say it's fun to break the rules, but it wasn't allowed. That makes sense to not be allowed in a corporate environment, but that would definitely like have suited him. That's a line that I would have put in like it works. And I don't know. I almost feel like I'm glad that we have this as like a marker for how far he's come, you know? But yeah, I mean, I guess saving himself like the cringe factor with something like that, it is a nice line. But I like seeing him grow from a little pipsqueak into a big, tall, sexy Ikemen who is still the same rambunctious young scallywag as he has always been, and to kind of look back on that. Like I said, I think so. That's my justification for why these two are in a different tier. I admit, similar. This feels iconic, but I think that if it was more who he is, you know, that man could have pulled off with like a one-liner that roasted the entire branch in one, and it would have worked, and it would have been raw as hell. But I think he just needed like that, but no one's gonna try that. No one's gonna try that before they've even debuted, except Fuchan.